The convenience store's fluorescent lights flickered as Brady wiped down the counter for the third time that hour. Midnight shifts were usually quiet in this part of New Terra Colony, where humanity had established its foothold among the stars 3 generations ago. The war had ended 5 years ago, but its scars remained etched across the galaxy and across the souls of those who had fought in it. The door chimed, and Brady looked up from his methodical cleaning. What he saw made him freeze mid-wipe. She stood in the doorway, her scaled skin shimmering with an iridescent blue-green hue under the harsh lights. Horns curved gracefully from her temples, and a tattered military jacket, human coalition forces, he noted, hung loose on her thin frame, her tail dragged behind her, the tip frayed and scarred. But it was her eyes that caught him, amber, ancient, and desperately tired. "Do you have any expired sandwiches?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Brady's hand tightened on the cleaning cloth. He'd seen plenty during the Draconian conflict, had fought alongside and against dozens of species, but he'd never expected to see one of them here. The Draconians had been humanity's fiercest opponents until the tide turned, and unlikely alliances formed in the war's final years. Brady cleared his throat, his combat instincts warring with something else, recognition. That jacket, those unit patches. "We don't sell expired food. Health codes." Her shoulders sagged, wings, small, probably stunted from malnutrition, folding tighter against her back. "I understand. Thank you anyway." She turned to leave. "Wait." The word escaped before Brady could think. She paused, not looking back. "When did you serve?" Her head tilted slightly. "Battle of Proxima Ridge, 2247 through Armistice." Brady's blood ran cold. He'd been there. Proxima Ridge was where the 3rd Human Infantry had fought alongside the Draconian 7th Wing against the Collective's final push. He'd watched dragons fall from the sky, their flames extinguished forever. He'd watched them save human lives without hesitation. "What's your name?" he asked quietly. "Rebecca." She turned slightly, suspicion and hope mixing in her expression. "Rebecca Scalehart, Lance Corporal, 7th Wing." Brady moved around the counter, his limp, courtesy of Proxima Ridge, more pronounced after hours on his feet. "Brady Morrison, Sergeant, 3rd Infantry." He extended his hand. Rebecca stared at it for a long moment before reaching out. Her scaled hand was warm, trembling slightly from weakness. "You were there." "I was." Brady released her hand and moved to the refrigerated section, grabbing fresh sandwiches, fruit, protein drinks. "The 7th Wing pulled us out of the canyon when the Collective had us surrounded. You probably saved my life." "We did what anyone would do," Rebecca said, but her voice cracked. "We were allies." "Were." Past tense. Brady's jaw tightened as he loaded items into a bag. He'd heard the stories. After the war ended, many non-human veterans found themselves stranded, unwelcome on their home worlds for fighting alongside humans, and unwelcome in human space for being aliens. Bureaucratic nightmares, lost paperwork, denied benefits. Let me guess. Coalition promised you citizenship, housing, veterans' benefits? Rebecca's silence was answer enough. Brady rang up the items on his employee discount, paid with his own card, and handed her the bag. "There's a shelter 2 blocks east." "I've tried. They don't—" She gestured at herself. "I make people uncomfortable." The rage that flooded through Brady was familiar. The same anger he'd felt watching friends die, watching promises broken, watching heroes forgotten. But this time he could do something about it. "My apartment's above the store," he said. "It's small, but the couch is comfortable. And tomorrow we're going to the Veterans Affairs office downtown. Together." Rebecca's eyes widened. "I can't accept—" "You can, and you will." Brady's voice carried the authority of his old rank. "We don't leave soldiers behind. Not on the battlefield. Not now. Tears tracked down Rebecca's scaled cheeks, catching the light like liquid diamonds. Why? Because at Proxima Ridge, when I was pinned down with shrapnel in my leg, a draconian, might have been you, might have been one of your wingmates, flew through a hailstorm of plasma fire to pull me to safety. Didn't ask my species. Didn't ask if it was worth it. Just did it. Brady grabbed his jacket from behind the counter. Now it's my turn. 3 months later, Brady sat in the Veterans Center that he and Rebecca had opened together. The bureaucratic battle had been won, her citizenship confirmed, benefits restored. But more than that, they'd found a purpose. The center was filled now, a Zentari mechanic teaching welding, a human medic running therapy sessions, a Kalani strategist helping veterans find jobs. Species that had once fought each other now worked side by side, united by shared service and shared abandonment. Rebecca entered carrying coffee, her scales healthier now, gleaming. She'd put on weight, her wings fuller. 3 more veterans just called. They heard about us. Brady smiled. We'll make room. She sat beside him, looking out at the busy center. You know, I really did just want expired sandwiches that night. And I really was supposed to tell you we didn't have any, Brady replied. Funny how one decision can change everything. Rebecca's tail wrapped companionably around the chair leg, a draconian gesture of comfort and family. Humans have a saying, don't they, about not leaving anyone behind? We do, Brady confirmed, and we mean it. Even when we forget, even when bureaucrats make us forget. When it matters. We remember. That's the thing about humanity. We're stubborn that way. Outside, New Terra's twin moons rose over the colony. Inside, veterans of a dozen species laughed, worked, and healed together. And at the center of it all, a homeless dragon and a broken soldier had found what they'd been searching for all along, a way home, not to a place, but to purpose, not to comfort, but to meaning, together.